At the time of this recording, the case remains ongoing, but considering her outright confession on camera, it's safe to say she'll likely face conviction.
Oh my God, I hate this so much. I hate the criminal justice system so much. I hate, I hate everything. Oh my God, nobody ever thinks about like the real human toll of this entire situation. When cops serve instant
I found
karma to
4
Karen-
cases highlighting extreme Karen behavior, featuring 4 individuals who later faced the consequences, starting with notorious poolside Karen.
And then she started calling us Mexican trash. Please make them leave. Yes, they don't belong here.
This is Blair Featherman, a 49-year-old woman who on July 2nd, 2023, was recorded assaulting and hurling racist remarks at a Spanish family at her neighborhood pool in Lakewood, Colorado. She stated, among other things, that the family don't belong here. We'll let you decide whether she means the Alta Green Mountain apartments or the country as a whole. After this footage of Mrs. Featherman was recorded, she still decided it was a good idea to call the police. 6 officers responded to the scene and were greeted by a trove of people all willing to stand up for the victims.
So both my boys rent an apartment here. They reserved the clubhouse to have a family barbecue and family gathering, a few friends. When I arrived with food, the blonde girl gave me crap about, she came up to the gate and she said, "Do you have a fob?" I said, "No, but my boys live here." She said, "Well, I work at the front desk," which she doesn't. Then as more of our family started gathering, she was getting more pissed and more pissed. She started mouthing off to my granddaughter saying, hey, where's Lexi? What did she tell Lexi? You don't live here? What are you doing here? You don't live here? We're just getting very, very nasty. My son, who lives here, tried to go over and, calm the situation like, hey, we're having a family barbecue. We live here. We've got a father.
My honest position, no jokes or memes, I support Gaza and I think Israel's 100% wrong, but I have absolutely nothing against Jews because Zionism and Judaism aren't the same thing. Yeah, man. That's a sick position that totally is everyone else's here. And no shit, chatter. That's my position.
And her brother went down on him, attacked him. He fell on the rocks.
I'm sorry, can you...
The family then shows the officers this footage. Whilst they were the first to see it, this embarrassing clip would soon end up gracing the eyes of millions.
Yeah, it's true. You have a fob, 2 people. You have a Mexican party in the pool. Trash. Oh yeah, you can't do that.
We have a Mexican party in the pool.
Me. I'm so sorry. Oh, you guys are such losers. Go back down to Denver. I live here.
Liberal debate bros would be like, actually, when she said get out of my country, she was making a political argument about the Mexicans not being from America, which is why it's actually technically totally valid. You just can't debate on the issues, man. You just can't debate on the boundaries of the issue, which is why you're saying she's racist.
Live here. Nowhere where you ever came from, you low class slime. Oh my God, it's so dumb, and you're wearing it at the pool, you idiot. Yeah, you don't even know what Hermes is. I have Hermes sandals on. Oh yeah, and these? Hold on, wait, this is good. And these? No.
Like most Karens, Blair attempted to make herself seem more important than Alexis Alba, shaming for wearing the designer brand Hermes, almost as if she believes people who don't look like her don't belong in such expensive clothes. The family then continued providing their accounts to the officers.
The blonde girl.
The blonde girl that
This lady?
No, over
She's
there.
over there. Do you see her with her thong on?
Okay.
That's her. And then she started calling us Mexican trash. Just total being extremely derogatory.
Okay, so what do you want the police to do here?
We don't want you guys to do anything. They called
You want to press charges or anything?
No, but
I have a suspicion that there was probably some cat fighting and
there was
alcohol going on, mutual blah, 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 blah.
Exactly. They're the ones called the police, okay?
Okay, so what's...
I like the cop being like, well, maybe, I mean, you guys are Mexican, so maybe you guys were like doing mutual fighting. Like, what's the deal? They're like, we didn't call the cops. We don't want to do anything. We just wanted her to leave us alone. And the cop's like, well, maybe you guys deserve it. You are Mexican after all.
Trying to go on with our
still
evening,
going.
that's it. We just got upset because we thought they were racial profiling.
They were.
You know,
And she said,
and
"Oh,
that's
go
what
back home."
pissed us off.
Yeah.
Go
they
back.
were.
You guys don't want to press charges.
And you know what? We're not Mexicans. We're Spaniard, man.
We're going separate ways with
There's a difference.
There is.
No, and it pisses me off because we're brown and attractive people. You know, there's a little bit of jealousy going on.
That's kind of crazy because, like, that's wild that she said we're brown. I mean, yeah, there's white Mexicans out there. I feel like she's one of them. Like, that's crazy. Literally Spaniards? No, I mean, there's white Mexicans too.
Code for it if we didn't already say.
So if we could just like,
Oh, she's actually That's crazy. Okay, come on, dog.
We just wanted to fuse it. They called it. We just wanted to fuse it.
While the family of victims are completely calm, cordial, and polite with the police, the same can't be said for Mrs. Featherman, who's about to show these officers just how entitled she really is.
Can we chat?
sure.
What's going on?
Well, so basically this pool lately has had a lot of pool hoppers.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
so, and I like to enjoy my pool. I have 2 girls that don't even come to the pool anymore because of all the pool hoppers.
Okay.
They don't even enjoy it because we know who is here and who's not.
Okay.
So apparently
She's like, my little girls can't enjoy the pool when there's Mexicans abound. Like, you don't understand, officer. I can't enjoy the pool if there's Mexicans here, okay? And that's why they gotta go.
I think they had a birthday party or something, but I asked, so here's all I did. I was right here, and see the Louis Vuitton guy? He's the one who started it off. That
Okay.
motherfucker. I said to him, I said, do you have a fob? Because that's what everyone's saying. It's not just me. Other people are living there asking for people with
Was he
fobs.
with the big group over there?
Right, but I said you're only allowed to have 2 people. Meanwhile, the whole pool is filled with a fucking party. These
You're trying to say if Whole Foods filled with Mexicans.
people don't have a fob. You're only allowed to have 2 guests, not 20.
Sure.
So we're over
Talking about a fob, chat, like a not fresh off the boat, but a key fob.
here, mind you. This
A key fresh off the boat.
whole crew over here comes over, bomb rushes me. I had 2 girls fucking trying to kill me. So I tried to defend myself, but my phone is gone. And I recorded everything, and they probably have my phone.
Who has your phone?
We don't know. Someone took my phone because I recorded the whole thing.
What kind of phone was it?
It was an iPhone, the smaller one, not the big one.
7 or 10?
Shoot, I don't know.
Okay. How much did it cost you?
I don't even know. I don't know. But
Okay,
I-
the cop is writing this right now to see if he can like hit him with a grand larceny, which is very odd. Like he's literally, I know this video is slanted in the way that like Karens get their comeuppance, but straight up what this cop is doing currently is still absolutely on the Karen side.
I'm just saying, I put it on record and I was recording the whole thing and they took my phone.
Featherman paints herself as the victim of an assault by 2 women, as well as the theft of her cell phone. However, as more and more officers respond to the scene and begin interviewing more witnesses, a very different story to her own keeps being corroborated over and over.
I think it started, I hate to say this, I think she's racist. She's saying I don't belong here, I don't live here.
But I just want to let it be known, like, I want to press charges because she did put her hands on my son. And she just keeps going on saying that we're dirty Mexicans, that we don't belong here, we need to go back to where we came from, we're trash,
She started all of that, and so she started making racist remarks to this entire group over here. I'm not even a part of them. Like, she started making racist remarks. So 2 of them went over there and they're like, what's the deal? She swung on the girl who has like the pink bikini over there. She swung on her, so then she started fighting her. Yes, but in this entire time, I was even telling her, like, I'm like here swimming with my kids. I was like, hey, can you guys just chill out? She's like, great fucking parenting, take your kids out the pool. I'm like, well, maybe you guys should stop fighting. Like,
They say every story has 2 sides, but it seems more like this one has a dozen sides saying the same thing and one lying. But in any investigation,
That's funny.
someone has to take down everyone's account. Here, one very patient officer has been doing just that with Blair and her friends.
Because I've got a female with pretty good injuries that is blaming you as well. It's kind of this thing.
Well, maybe she attacked me and I'm
Maybe you
defending
did,
myself.
maybe you did.
What do you mean maybe?
Okay,
Oh my
so
God, she
here,
came
I'm
at me.
gonna tell you
Damn, this guy's yak, bro.
right now, so when
didn't
you
run
move
after
from
her.
one area
Good,
to come
but
to
how
the
was
other
she?
area,
I
that's
saw
an
out,
aggressive
fucking
act.
bitch.
Well, I get it.
Yeah, like, you know how these Mexicans are, they got the proclivity, okay, to move from one area to another where they don't belong. Classic. They jumped over the border to come over to this pool. They're not allowed to be in this pool. They're invading the pool.
Is it not? My man?
I mean, depending on the circumstances.
Okay, but more than one person, absolutely. When you're dealing with one person and
Bro, this is so funny. I grew up in Lakewood, and this is peak Lakewood Karen behavior. This is fucking hilarious because, like, my man is literally making, like, an American immigration argument right here. I just read on Twitter that you jerked off last night concerning what? Why?
8 people come over,
Yeah.
that's an aggressive act.
Can I explain one thing? So, and
No, he's literally saying it's an act of aggression to have 8 Mexicans come into the pool, which is pretty funny because, like, this is literally American immigration policy. Like, this is, what do you think Trump says when he's like, oh, they're invading our country? That's what they're saying.
again, I don't know the whole story about what you guys were talking about with my partner over here. I was conversing with some of the folks over there, and then this is what they told me, and then correct me if any of this is accurate or wrong, okay? So,
While Blair and her friends continue rattling off lies about who attacked who, which again have already been disproven by video evidence, an officer who's totally done entertaining their entitlement returns to give them a reality check.
Right. Okay, so here's the bottom line. I'm going to speak now, and
This is why we have to defund the police, okay? They're woke. They're letting Mexicans into the pools, brother.
you guys can follow up with me tomorrow after I review the camera. Okay. I have an independent witness that is one-on-one basis with the district manager here. I said you were saying racist stuff, instigating everything, blowing it up, and then when they confronted you, you couldn't handle it. Well, we're going to review the cameras tomorrow when they come in. I'm going to talk to Wyatt, okay?
Damn, he is not happy.
And I'll see what happened, okay? We've got them identified. I will look at the cameras. If it's one side or the other, we'll handle it appropriately. That's all, okay? It's not personal. We just can't verify anything today. And this guy who called the district manager, we can't make him leave today. That's where we're at.
Not willing to tolerate any more interruptions, the brief shift into a tougher one from this officer gives a much-needed wake-up call to Blair and her male cronies. Sadly, it doesn't work, as they all keep trying to play victim while a dozen unrelated people all corroborate her culpability. Maybe they'll finally take accountability when shown some irrefutable proof.
He lives here. He had the guy's number on the fly, and he was an independent witness. Okay. So, who? Do you know who I talked to? No, you don't know who. It's none of them. It's an independent person that was sitting by themselves that said you were saying horrible racist things, and they got upset about it. Well, but this guy's not affiliated with them. That's why I'm like, okay, is he telling me the truth since he's not you or them?
Oh, so when I get ambushed by all of them coming over here,
that's what we're going to review the
and they
camera
yell
for,
at me,
okay?
white bitch, like 4 times.
Okay.
So there's 2 discriminating things.
I get it, and that's why I want the
And they
camera
don't
before we do
belong
it,
here.
before we make any action,
They
okay?
don't belong here.
They do if they reserve the clubhouse, which is what they did.
Unless we get disorder.
Look at that.
So
Look at all of
let me
that.
tell you something. According to the guy he was on the phone with, that I believe to be the district manager, if they paid the $200 to rent that out, they've got the clubhouse for that day.
Not the pool.
Yeah, the pool.
No.
Yeah, the pool.
But they usually.
Why don't you argue
For some
with Wyatt
reason, you don't
tomorrow
like
about
me.
their civil agreements?
Listen.
Because you've been calling me all kinds of horrible
Listen.
things since I
I've
got
been
here.
calling horrible things.
These fucking cops, I'm listening to you,
I
okay?
didn't see these fucking cops.
Yeah, you did to your buddy on the phone. It's on the
Look,
buddy
if
cam.
you have your own
okay?
insecurities, I can't deal with that.
Okay. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna review the footage tomorrow, and
It's
we'll.
like I'm in trouble because I paid.
You're not in trouble. Do you see me writing you a ticket? We're putting you in
Usually
handcuffs.
they will tell us.
Well, they didn't. I'm sorry. I don't know what to do about that. Okay, if that's their policy, if that's their MO, they didn't. I'm sorry.
It seems Blair's entitlement knows no
When she meant they don't belong here, maybe she meant like yeah, there's no way to make that seem normal or good, I don't think. No. There's no way to make that seem good.
bounds, even after learning that the family they accused of not living there had the building manager on speed dial, called him, and confirmed they had paid to book the pool. She refuses to take any accountability, somehow doubling down on her delusions.
Look at this. This is a joke shop.
I want you to
See all this? That's my hair they pulled out. Other than the fact
Intentionally down there, all of them.
Okay.
She's upset. Okay,
I know.
Physically.
All of them.
Physically.
What we're
You know.
trying to say at this point, we're going to review camera footage and follow up building management.
I get it.
Yeah.
And then we're going to go from there.
Right, right.
Because
And if this guy needs a fat fine because he's lied about renting the place out, or
Yeah.
X, Y, and Z, or if someone assaulted her, we'll
And,
deal with
well,
that.
and I'm going to tell you, if they did rent it out and it's legit, then they're legit. But it's still, you have an assault. You have an assault going on. That they're
What is assault, bro? Their entire premise behind it being assault was literally that there's 8 of them. Like, this guy was trying to tell the cop that, like, the fact that 8 people actually were in the vicinity implies assault. Okay, that's it. He's like, come on, you got to admit, right? 8 of them at the same time? That seems like assault, right? I mean, come on.
In America, I believe you can say whatever you want
To a point. So there's a
To a point.
Yeah, this guy is like, oh, God, I love this guy. He's such a Republican. One, he first said, you know, officer, it is technically assault when there's like 8 Mexicans around, right? Like when they're coming in from an area where they're not supposed to. You can see that as aggressive. You can see that as assault, right? So that's one. That's like weird as hell to just say. 2, now he's saying, and, you know, my defense against that is free speech, which is also another, you know, fundamental American value, officer.
But
we have a charge in here, disorderly conduct. It's saying things that are likely to incite violence.
In Colorado, disorderly conduct can range from Class 1 to 3 misdemeanors. The officer is referring to a Class 1 offense involving public disturbances or offensive utterances. However, charges here seem unlikely. This officer is just showing an impeccable example of trying to de-escalate a situation. Blair and her group eventually leave the pool.
Totally. He de-escalating the situation just means always like agreeing unconditionally with the racist white people.
Believing they're right, but they'd soon be in for a major reality check.
Well, and I'm here tomorrow and Tuesday.
I think they stole my flip-flops too. They probably have never had nice flip-flops in their life.
Cody's. So we're in at 3 o'clock.
He just continues to be racist.
Of course, once video of Blair was posted on social media, she went viral, being called the poolside Karen. Despite the fact that no charges were filed, the public backlash was enough for Blair to think it was a good idea to go on a media tour in a paper-thin attempt at making herself look like the victim.
They swarmed over like a swarm of bees. It was...
Oh my God. I don't even remember this, but that's so funny. She went on Inside Edition. Bro, America, don't ever tell me liberal media is not a racist, white supremacist ass institution. Get the fuck out of here, bro. You think this is a story? Like, you think this is a fucking story? Like, her whole... They're like, all right, let's hear from you. Let's hear your side. Were the Mexicans menacing? It's like, come on, man. Come on, bro. These motherfuckers won't hear out the Palestinians that are getting absolutely destroyed every fucking day. Okay? But they'll ask, like, a random racist lady at a poolside, like, all right, well, let's hear your side of the story. What is your truth, madam?
Very fast. I was literally curled up in the ball, just like this, trying to do as much as I could to get them from getting in close to me, because I had 4 women on top of me.
Thankfully, most people can see right through her act. Now, while Blair Featherman's only real punishment was being branded as a Karen for the rest of her life, some Karen's entitlement knows no bounds. Like this mind-blowing case of
The cop didn't even serve instant karma to the Karen at all in this situation. The story's crazy.
a woman who put throwing a temper tantrum above the safety of her newborn baby. In February 2023, officers responded to a 911 call that was too outrageous for anyone to believe.
On the school, all these pedestrians out here. Yeah. She's hauling ass around me. All extra to ask her not supposed to ride. I do it all the time. Yeah. Start taking a picture. And when she grabbed Ace's hand and pulled Ace toward her and start fighting, grab him by her wrist and start fighting to get the palm off of Ace.
Did she ever throw any punches or anything?
Yep, one, but it landed right here on Ace.
Hit her on her shoulder.
Officer Gabriel Fisher responded to the scene at the Grand Central bus station in St. Petersburg, Florida. It turned out that, as unbelievable as it sounded, the 911 call had been correct. As witnesses corroborated to Officer Fisher, a woman with an infant strapped to her chest had been rapidly riding a scooter and assaulted an elderly female security guard.
Hey man, what's going on?
Nothing. I missed my bus.
Okay. So why are we out here?
Why? Because I missed my bus.
So why am
What
I
kind
here?
of question?
I want to address something here in between all of this. Apparently, there's some new drama. Really quickly, it's a Reactgate drama that I must get ahead of and must address. All right, let's get to this fucking
tell me.
Karen situation.
You're approaching me, sir.
Okay. Well, here's the long and short of it, okay? Lose the attitude with me. I didn't cause any
Am
problems.
I under
for you.
arrest?
What at first looks like an unassuming young mother and child is in fact the suspect, Destiny Froese. Just as the witnesses described, her infant child is, in fact, strapped to her chest. How someone could ever do what she's accused of with their child in such a vulnerable position is unthinkable. But it's about to become extremely clear that Froese is quite capable of that and much worse.
No, I'm asking. Am I under arrest
I can
right
make
now?
that decision right now. Do you want to go to jail?
Am I currently under arrest?
You're being trespassed at the very least. Okay?
For what?
She wants you off the property. You better lose the attitude. What is
I
with
will
you?
leave. I will leave.
Give me your information real quick.
No, thank you.
Give me your information
No,
real quick.
sir.
Ma'am, listen.
Sir.
We're not playing this game.
I have
We
a
are not
meeting to
playing
go
this game.
to.
We're not playing this game. Give me your information right now.
Okay, this video doesn't seem like this video, in my opinion, doesn't seem too favorable to the cop so far. Like, I know that Americans love hitting the "Am I being detained" button, but like, low key, it seems kind of weird. This is a woman with a baby on her fucking, a baby on her. Like, what harm could she be doing?
Because you're being
could
detained.
she be possibly?
On suspicion of assault. You on battery.
Assault?
You put your hands on the security.
Are you serious?
Give me your name and information right now.
If you want it, you can get it from
No, I'm
here.
not.
She assaulted someone already? Did I misunderstood? Did I misunderstand this? It's a call. Wait, hold on.
When to believe.
On the scooter, all these pedestrians out here.
Yeah.
She's hauling ass around me. All extra little ass are not supposed to ride. I do it all the time. Start taking pictures. And when she grab Ace's hand and pull Ace toward her and start fighting, grab him by her wrist and start fighting to get the palm off of Ace.
Did she ever throw any punches or anything?
Yep, one, but it landed right here on Ace.
Hit her on her shoulder.
Officer Gabriel Fisher responded to the scene at the Grand
Cool.
Central Bus Station in
Ladies out here with a baby on her lap, on a scooter, assaulting people. Respect. I'll say it. I'll say the things that nobody wants to say. She's pretty wicked. She's out here jousting with a baby in her belly. Okay.
in St. Petersburg, Florida. It turned out that as unbelievable as it sounded, the 911 call had been correct. As witnesses corroborated to Officer Fisher, a woman with an infant strapped to her chest had been rapidly riding a scooter and assaulted an elderly female security guard.
Hey man, what's going on?
Nothing. I missed my bus.
Okay. So why are we out here?
Why? Because I missed my bus.
So why am
What
I
kind
here?
of question? You tell me. You're approaching me, sir.
Okay. Well, here's the long and short of it, okay? Lose the attitude with me. I didn't cause any
Am
problems.
I under
for you.
arrest?
What at first looks like an unassuming young mother and child is in fact the suspect, Destiny Froese. Just as the witnesses described, her infant child is, in fact, strapped to her chest. How someone could ever do what she's accused of with their child in such a vulnerable position is unthinkable. But it's about to become extremely clear that Froese is quite capable of that and much worse.
What do
No,
you
I'm
mean?
asking. Am I under arrest right
Capable of that and much worse? What the fuck she about to do with an infant strapped to her chest? This is
Make that
crazy.
decision right now. Do you want to go to jail?
Am I currently under arrest?
You're being trespassed at the very least. Okay?
For what?
She wants you off the property. You better lose the attitude. What
Then
is
I
with
will
you?
leave. I will leave.
Give me your information real quick.
No, thank you.
Give me your information
No,
real quick.
sir.
Ma'am, listen.
Sir.
We're not playing this game.
I have
We
a
are not
meeting to
playing
go
this game.
to.
We're not playing this game. Give me your information right now because you're being detained on
For
suspicion
what?
of assault. You on battery.
Assault?
You put your hands on the security.
Are you serious?
Give me your name and information right now.
If you want it, you can get it from
No,
here.
I'm not getting it from anybody else. You give me your information right now.
Please
ma'am.
excuse me.
Do not do
Please
this.
excuse me.
You have a child on your chest.
Exactly.
Do
Look
not
how
do
close
this.
you are.
I mean, I don't like the cop either, but also, like, what a wild set of circumstances here. It's like, do not make me shoot you and the baby. Ma'am, do not make me shoot you. That baby is now a human shield.
Do not cause issues while you have a
Is your
child.
body
What is
cam on?
wrong? Yes, it's on.
Perfect, thank you.
Give me your information right now.
No, thank you. I'm leaving. I am leaving. Am I under arrest?
You're being detained.
No.
Yes, you
Detained for what?
I told you already, for battery.
In the state of Florida,
I mean, to be fair, it's in the state of Florida, assault and battery offenses are classified as misdemeanors, and also, you know, they give you money for doing it. It's not only not illegal, but they think it's a good idea to do it.
battery is a misdemeanor, punishable by up to a year's sentence or a $1,000 fine. However, as the victim is a licensed security guard, the charge would actually be a felony with much harsher sentencing guidelines. Destiny is showing a clear misunderstanding of the term detained here. While she isn't yet under arrest, as the officers are investigating a crime, she is not free to go and must follow their lawful order to identify herself.
I'll call my attorney on that one too.
You can't.
Bro, you said luckily the baby hasn't fully spawned in, so no trauma from this. That baby is growing up in Florida. If you think that the baby is not going to grow up to be just like her mom and like do felony assaults on security officers on scooters, you're out of your fucking mind. There's like a 98% chance that the baby does the same thing by the age of 6. That's just how Florida operates, dude.
Excuse you.
Ma'am! Give me your ID right now. I'm not playing this game with you. Then give me something with your name on it and give me your information.
Let go of my arm.
Stop trying to pull away from me. Stop trying to pull away from me. Stop it. What is your deal? Just give me your information. Alright. So you're gonna go to jail? You're gonna go to jail? You're gonna go to jail and your child's gonna... Put your hand down. Don't raise your hand at me. Ma'am? No, listen. You're gonna go to protect... You're gonna go to jail and your child's gonna protect the service.
Don't say that about my child.
Stop.
That's
Hands
down.
You need to listen.
Dad, you guys need to back the up.
No, we don't.
All her manic screaming, flailing,
Like, I wanna make fun of her, but I do also kind of feel bad for her. Like, cause honestly, it's like, bro, come on. She's a fucking lady with a baby strapped to her chest. Like, obviously, she's probably trying to get to work or some shit. You know what I mean? Like, she's clearly not having a good time. And it's only made worse by the behavior of the cops in the situation. Even if technically she's in the wrong and they're in the right, I feel like professionalism in this situation would be for the cops to basically behave in a manner that is de-escalatory rather than piling on and making shit worse. Stop caping for this white lady. Police that do this to white women will do this, if you are black, by the way, will do this in tenfold to you. Okay? I don't know why you think that this is like anything different. I'm also mentioning to you something that's very important to understand. I'm not saying she's in the right here. I'm saying she's in the wrong. Okay? Reckless endangerment of the child's life, possible assault on an elderly security officer. All of that stuff is wrong. Okay? She's in the wrong. But I feel like there's a better way to deal with the situation, and the cops are not doing that. You know what I mean? That's it. The moment that she starts yelling and stuff is the moment where this, the moment where the situation went south.
and attempts to pull away from the officers could also land her a resisting arrest with violence charge at best, or a battery on an officer charge at worst, punishable by up to 5 years in prison. On top of all this, she's putting herself at risk of losing custody of her child and showing herself as an unfit mother. But despite all the trouble she's just brewed up for herself, she somehow thinks it's a good idea to act like this.
Child's gonna protect the service.
Don't say that about my child. That's
Stop.
not
Hands down. You need to listen.
Dad, you guys need to back up.
No, we don't. Ma'am.
I need my back.
It's kind of crazy that the baby is so chill. That's a chill ass baby, dog. Like, respect to the child, you know what I mean? Like, low key. If I'm a baby, I'd be crying at this moment. I'd be going goo goo gaga. Like, what? Baby's like, this is the chillest day in Florida for me. I'm used to it, you know? Not even a goo goo nor a gaga up in this bitch.
Do you have anything to say? What do you have to say? Pull it out. I already asked you for your license.
You're very, very disrespectfully. Thank you.
Just reach over and grab it. in St. Peter? No.
I live at the Alpha House.
The Alpha House of Pinellas. You know the address there? What's the little one's name? It does matter. It really doesn't. Today it does.
Wait, what? What do you mean? What do you like? What is the baby of? Is the baby an eyewitness? Like, what's happening? Cops like, no, it does matter because I'm arresting the baby too. Accessory to a crime, bitch. Yeah, that's right. The baby is a suspected accomplice.
It does. It does, ma'am. Listen, ma'am, listen. There's allegations that you put your hands on someone, okay? So because the child's present, when that happened, I need the little one's information.
The Alpha House, a homeless facility. Oh God. Oh my God. It's for homeless mothers. Jesus Christ, dude. That sucks. See, that's what I mean. Like,
fed up with her attitude and appalled by her total disrespect for her own child, Officer Fisher walks away to speak with the actual victim.
it's like, yeah, watch this fucking dumbass Karen get owned, guys. Lol. I hope chat feels better about bang on her downfall because either she works with homeless mothers at Alpha House or is directly a homeless mother. That's why the first thing I said, YouTubers think a Karen being arrested is the same as a homeless mother being afraid of getting her child taken from her. Like, the thing is, like, I immediately noticed that, like, she's not obviously all right, okay? But sometimes it's good to like try to better understand people's circumstances, right? Like, she has a fucking baby on her chest. Clearly, like, she has to take the baby everywhere she goes. You know what I mean? Clearly, she's already, like, not in a good situation. This doesn't mean it's appropriate for her to, like, assault elderly security officers and shit. That's a whole different can of worms, obviously. She shouldn't even have to be a security officer, let's be real. But it's just like, anyway.
That guy that witness, what you saw, where'd he go? Did he already leave?
All of a sudden, people have all the compassion when the lady is white. I still pray for her downfall because she attacked an older security officer of color. No, I disagree with this take. But so what? She can't hit people? You're so stupid, dude. I can't tell if you're, again, like, if these women were black, no one would care about her or the baby. Yeah, famously. Famously, that is the case. First of all, I can't tell if you're LARPing as a black person, if you're actually a black person. But here's the thing. If you are actually a black person, you should understand very easily that an officer that treats a white woman like that with a child is going to fucking kill a black woman with a child, okay? So, you know, shutting out empathy in that situation is not necessarily a benefit. I'm a black woman. Okay, then you know that. Then what the f do you mean? This is like when dumbasses come in here and they're like, like, the cops don't give a shit. The cops don't give a shit when, like, people don't care that more white people are getting killed by cops than black people. Like, this is a common racist take, right? People say this shit all the time, which is not even true. Like, when white people get shot by the police, you know who's there? Black Lives Matter is there to protest. Why are they there to protest? Because Black Lives Matter understands that cops that kill white people are just as easily, if not much easier, going to kill black people. Homeless or not, she's still being an asshole. If I lost my legs or something, that wouldn't give me permission to suddenly be racist. Honestly, the cop and the lady are unlikable. I know. I never said that she's actually correct, okay? I said that she did the wrong thing. Why is this so profoundly hard for many to comprehend? Okay. The lady, the white lady with the child, very clearly did a wrong thing. But sometimes, even if you're doing the wrong thing, cops should rise above that. They're the ones who have the power to take your freedom away. They're the ones in that circumstance to be able to literally take your child away from you. Okay. So cops should deal with issues with a tremendous more empathy, with a tremendous amount of empathy, given the power dynamic that they have in every circumstance. Okay? That is my perspective. So while she's in the wrong, the white lady with the child, the homeless white woman with the child is obviously in the wrong, the cops should be working to de-escalate, okay? They should be leading with empathy. That's it. And anybody that looks at her circumstances and goes, nah, that. She's a bitch. All this shit is ridiculous, okay? Is ridiculous.
All right, where did she hit you? She hit you in the face? Both hands? Yeah, well, she did it to herself. She put that baby in harm's way, so.
While the footage is obscured, the victim here points out her head and upper body as the places Destiny hit her. Her name is Aisha Latifa Abdullah, a 66-year-old grandmother working as a security guard. Meanwhile, the other officer is still exercising a massive amount of patience in dealing with Ms. Froze.
So what's going on?
Again, there was allegations that you put your hands on someone. So in the state of Florida, any unwanted touching, that's considered battery. Okay? If someone touched you first and then you touch them, then like that's possible, right? But any unwanted touching, that's battery. So this officer has to conduct his investigation. So I don't know which I'm here, right? You saw when I got here, I came right to you. So I don't know what the other side is saying, but he has to conduct his investigation. An allegation of a crime has occurred. So if he asks for your ID and you refuse to give it to him, that in itself is a crime. Okay? So, look, I don't know what route he's going here, what he intends to do, but I mean, let's just take deep breaths and figure all this out, all right? And like, again, I don't know how far he's going and what's being, completely alleged. All I know is someone called and they said that you put your hands on something, okay? That's a crime. The reason why I asked for his name is when a crime's involved in front of a minor, I have to report it to GCF. I have to.
Well, then I need to call the house that I'm staying at because it's a DCF middleman right there.
Okay. But again, I mean, listen, I don't know what the other side is alleging right now other than you put your hands on it. Okay?
I didn't put my hands on her until she swung back at me because I went to snatch the phone out of her hands.
Destiny doesn't realize it, but even after being told the definitions of every crime she's being investigated for, she just admitted to committing battery by stating she was the first person to unlawfully touch the other, as well as admitting that at any point she did begin hitting Aisha Abdullah. But just watch how embarrassing her attempt to wise up and follow the kind of bad legal advice you'd find on Facebook is when Officer Fisher returns.
Rose?
Yeah.
All right, Miss Rose, do you want to answer any questions and talk to me about what happened today or no?
I mean, am I being placed under arrest?
Yeah, I'm going to read you your rights before I talk to you. Do you want to talk to me or am I going to waste my time reading your rights?
Hey, I'm being placed under arrest.
I said you're going to read your rights.
Am I being placed under arrest?
Do you want to talk to me or not?
I'm asking a question so I can make arrangements. Am I being placed under arrest?
More than likely you're going to jail. Do you want to talk to me or no? Do you want to answer any questions about what happened? Or tell your side of the story?
Like what?
Do you want to? Yes or no? It's a simple question.
This is so shitty. And like, it's so wild to me that there is definitely like a decent amount of people that immediately go, well, her vibes are off. So I think it's valid for the cops to like literally arrest this person. And I think it comes from a place of not really understanding the repercussions. Like, I'm not a prison abolitionist. I've talked about the necessity for detainment and the necessity for at least maintaining the presence of law and order many, many times over. But the standard to clear for someone's freedom being taken away from them, even for a brief moment, must be incredibly high. This person needs to be an immediate danger to those around her. Just simply putting her child in a circumstance that is dangerous is not enough. Okay? Especially when detainment in this situation would literally put the child in a worse overall condition. Okay? It's just crazy. I cannot believe that this is the way that this is going. And it's being presented as like a Karen getting their comeuppance. It's like, bro, this is literally like a pregnant homeless woman with one child already and is having a bad day. Okay, but having a bad day and trying to like snatch the phone out of an elderly security guard's hands and then having a little bit of a scuffle should not lead. Like something that you can just like, if you put both of them together, okay, de-escalated the situation appropriately, and if you sat both of those people down together and had them talk it out about their own circumstances, they could deal with that. You know what I mean? They could easily deal with that situation. It's like breaking up a fight in a playground. The consequences of that should not be the removal of this child from this, you know, pregnant homeless lady.
Ma'am, he's asking you if you want to answer questions.
And I need to make sure my son does not go into any of y'all's hands.
Ma'am, let's worry about this side of it first, and then obviously I'm not going to rip a child out of a mom's arms. It's not how this works.
Hey.
Yeah, like I think the reason why she thinks that, protect the 66-year-old woman, dude. She could have seriously hurt her and her child. Okay, but she didn't. I hate people that are like this, dude. Please. But she didn't. Do you think it's just? Do you think even if she didn't, the likelihood that like it could have happened, do you think it's good to just like ruin 3 lives at that point? You know what I mean? Americans have to reevaluate the way they look at crime and punishment. Like I said, she did something up. What's to stop her from doing it again? The top of the hour ad break is stopping her from doing it again. Yeah, she's a serial assaulter of like 66-year-old security people. Like, I can't believe your solution to this person having a up ass day with very minor repercussions, okay, is take the child, put the child in the system, take the pregnant mother in the system, put the mother in the system too. Like, that's mind-boggling, man. She's homeless already anyway. Maybe we'll put a roof over her head with the hate. Americans are minor. Were you hit? Sorry, Sam, but you can't get away with putting your hands on someone no matter what color you are. You can't hit people. Wait, what do you mean? What color? Who said anything about color? Not very pregnant. I think it's the Alpha House is specifically for pregnant mothers. Yeah, see? Look, it says the mission of Alpha House of Pinellas County, which is where she says she's from. Like, that's what she says she's staying. Is to prevent homelessness and child abuse by providing a safe residence and supportive services to homeless pregnant women and babies. You think the baby is better off with a mentally unstable mother? Yes. Dude, really think that this woman isn't putting that child in danger every single day? I think that that woman being with her child is better than the state taking the child, and I don't think many of you comprehend what you are saying. In order for this to work, some of you, I think, are jumping to the conclusion that, like, she gravely injured someone. Okay? She, like, physically wounded someone in a way that like is, you know, reprehensible or some shit, and not like someone having a bad day having a minor scuffle. It's completely inappropriate. Her actions are completely inappropriate, but like, think about the repercussions.
Destiny continues ignoring the officer, calling a family member to come pick up her child, whose safety she's suddenly very concerned with. Now, where was that concern when she was assaulting a grandmother?
Is that dad or a friend?
That's his aunt.
His aunt?
Yeah.
Okay. Social worker, Jesus Christ, some of the chatters are horrifying. Taking away a child should always be the last resort. The fact that so few are asking, can we get her into mental health services and steady food and housing is sad. Exactly. That was my point. I love how quickly a bunch of you turn into little fascists, though. Like, holy shit. Americans, when you talk to them about foreign policy, or Americans, when you talk to them about like non-punitive approaches to criminal justice, literally turn into little Adolf Hitlers like that. Like, it's just not even a question. There's like, let me put my Adolf Hitler hat on immediately. It's not new. I've duked it out with chatters on this issue so many times. And like I said, I'm not an abolitionist, okay? It's crazy.
So I guess I'm not going. I'm missing my work meeting too.
Like, she literally is annoying. That's the thing. Like, she's so annoying, okay? Everybody understands that. But the punishment for being annoying and relentless after like doing something in the wrong should not be, all right, well, the state's taking your child away, dumbass. Like, Come on, dude. That's crazy.
Listen. In order for him to ask you specific questions about what happened today, he would have to read you your rights. Okay?
Also, that's bullshit too. He's lying. No, that's not the case. He's reading her rights specifically so they can open up a case. So he's not, no, you could have a conversation with her. It just would be inadmissible in this situation. So the reason why you're really adamant about this, okay? The reason why they're really adamant about it is because they want to use it as testimony.
Reading you your rights. If you don't want to answer questions, then
She needs to be put in her place. She's crying now. She realizes she don't now. Yeah, see, like, there you go. That's not like, bro, you're not like a good person. I'm gonna be honest. You think you are because you like follow the rules or whatever, but that's not like good guy opinion right there. That's bad guy opinion. You got to fix that like quick, because like you're not even talking about like a solution to the problem. You said put in her place. Putting her in her place in this circumstance is like fucking ruining the kid's life too.
And tell your side of the story, he's gonna read it to you and then ask questions. But if you don't want to talk, he's not gonna take the time and read it to you. Okay. That's what his question is.
No, not talking.
He can only help you.
Yeah, not talking.
All right, that's fine.
While Destiny is undoubtedly a Karen and in the wrong here, it's incredibly important to remember that police are allowed to lie to you in pursuit of a confession. That's exactly what Officer Fisher did. Talking to the police can lead someone to confessing without even realizing it. If a person believes they've done
this is okay. This is awesome. The guy's just like, the police demonstrating their restraint by not executing this lady immediately shows that they are valiant and brave.
no wrong, it's best to state you're involving your Fifth Amendment rights. Comply with lawful orders, but remain completely silent until you have an attorney present. After a 30-minute wait, the child's Aunt Leah arrives to pick him up.
We'll let him, he'll let him know.
Okay.
Yep.
Can I tell you something real quick?
I'm gonna be easy.
Okay.
That I'm handling you or nothing, okay? Just relax, though.
Okay.
Destiny was charged with felony battery on a licensed security officer. At the time of this recording, the case remains ongoing, but considering her outright confession on camera, it's safe to say she'll likely face conviction.
Oh my God, I hate this so much. I hate the criminal justice system so much. I hate everything. Oh my God, nobody ever thinks about like the real human toll of this entire situation. Oh my God. Oh my God, I totally understand why Lolo is brain broken. Oh my God. Like I don't know how to describe it. Like this is just so this is so up, dude. It's so up. There is no justice there. Holy people that's crazy, dog. Oh my God. Here is our very own public defender, Lol overruled. I wish I could help more people understand how evil the prison really is. There's this thing that happens when someone realizes they're going to be incarcerated, and I think it manifests in different ways. But the few times I watch that happen, it's the same. I think the phrase, in like a lion, out like a lamb, the most animated, defiant, vivacious person is reduced to nothing. I've watched firsthand human beings shrink to nothing in front of me, come apart. I cannot explain this experience. I'm lucky to have only witnessed it a few times, but the energy shifts to a realization of what's happening. What comes next? Next, an acceptance of a crushing and brutal reality. Total detachment from life, from family, from friends, lovers, from routine. Absolute isolation and loneliness. An interior and exterior deterioration. A destruction that I can't even fathom and only watch from the side with my hands in my pockets. I cannot explain what it's like to watch this happen, to watch a person disappear in front of you, their humanity erased, their life put on hold, and for what? Most of the time, for nothing. And I'm so angry all the time and so sad. I wish people could see humanity in one another and could love each other better. It's such a way. Another position that I unflinchingly push for is a rehabilitative approach to criminal justice. If I recall correctly, abolition isn't the immediate complete abolition of prisons and the justice system. Okay, well, let's not even get lost. A woman got assaulted. I don't know why you're mad. Yeah, black people deserve to get assaulted by poor white single mothers. Disingenuous. I like that you said disingenuous because that is precisely that's precisely what your framing on this situation is. That's not what I said at all. I said that the punishment in this circumstance for a minor scuffle is like just ruining this person's life permanently. This person with a child. I think that's insane. She's already homeless. I don't know why everybody behaves like this. It's a profoundly American perspective to have. Okay? Calm down. You just accused me of possibly being in favor of like a world where black people deserve to get assaulted by poor white single mothers. Like, calm down. I'm very calm. I think it is you who must calm down. Accuse, I'm a chatter, relax. Okay, you said, yeah, black people deserve to get assaulted by poor white single mothers after I said, I think it's ridiculous that this person's life is completely ruined even further. That is not my point at all. And you were actually being disingenuous. I don't agree with the rehabilitative approach, and I worked in legal aid public defense. It just doesn't work. People don't change unless they want to. Rehabilitation doesn't work as someone who worked in the carceral system. Shit, man. Never mind. Okay, you're right. All matter of like, all matter of evidence showcasing that rehabilitative approach to justice is significantly better at lowering recidivism by like, 60%, 80% in comparison to like the Norwegian structure versus the American one. Throw it aside because this guy worked in legal aid and public defense and realized that the American criminal justice system doesn't do a good job of rehabilitating people. Yeah, that's the point, man. That's what we're talking about. Okay? The carceral state that we have currently is not good. It's not good at all. It doesn't work to actually rehabilitate people at all. It's so funny because like I actually ride for this. That's not what I mean. Even rehabilitative programs aren't working, unfortunately. Yeah. What is your solution? We should kill these people, I think. If you've done a crime, I should be able to kill you personally. I agree with what you're saying. I think people are misunderstanding you. I think they think because she tried to do an assault, she had the ability to do it again. And if it happens again, then what if something bad happens to the child or someone else? But I agree with you. How she needs help rather than her life being taken away from her. I think legitimately a lot of people would be on board with just like killing people that have done crimes in America. Well, I mean, we do have the death penalty here, so I guess that's right. Anyway, I am a firm believer that you do not have to be. This kind of stuff happens all the time in China. I've seen it firsthand where the cops will just surround her and berate her for like 4 hours straight until she's bored out of her mind. And they let her go and tell her neighbors to keep an eye on her. Lol. I don't know if that's the best solution either. Dude, you're completely ignoring the insane level of child endangerment. That's the disingenuous part. I'm not making a disingenuous argument at all. Okay. I don't know why you're saying I don't know why you're saying I'm ignoring it. I said that. I'm saying it's a much larger child endangerment that is basically permanent when you send her to the gulag. That's it, which is correct. Like a baby without a mother is in permanent endangerment. That's it. ACAB obviously, but they're going to scrape that kid off the street one day. Oh, okay. Got it. I think like if your goal is harm reduction, I think everyone should understand how severe incarceration is. Okay. And if your goal is harm reduction, like there's no world in which taking a mother away from their child in that situation is participating in harm reduction. Yeah. She's endangering the child. We should literally put the child in perma-foster care.
But Karens don't just disregard the safety of infants. As contemptible as it sounds, some Karens even despise dogs and disabled people. On February 16, 2023, an officer from the Indian River County Sheriff's Department in Fort Pierce, Florida, responded to a call at a local public supermarket, claiming that someone had assaulted a disabled man with a service dog.
A service dog here. Another customer said it's not a service dog, so she kicked him in the ass.
She kicked the service dog, or
no, the gentleman?
I clearly don't think she should have been incarcerated or have her child taken away. You just said I'm ignoring the insane level of child endangerment. You made it clear that you say she doesn't deserve prison, but like she's doing insane levels of child endangerment. Well, she's going to prison. If you think the prison is the worst thing that can happen to a child without a mother, then you should be against that, right? I think that's the point that I'm making here. Hasanabi is the most shit than I see ever.
That's what he said. I don't know.
Oh, you didn't see it?
No.
I think what's pissing out most black members of the community is the small amount that's left is the fact of your fucking attitude. No one here is saying she should have had her child taken away, but she did hit a 66-year-old lady. Black members in my community. The small amount that's left. You know what, dude? You're right. As a white supremacist, let me make it very clear. As a white supremacist, I want white people to never go to prison, okay? I only want black people to go to prison. Please forget every single thing I've said for the past 10 years of my life, okay? And assume that it's the exact opposite. I've made it very clear that a police unit that treats a white woman like that are going to be far, far worse to a black woman, okay? If you can't comprehend that, I don't know what to tell you. You can't as a black person this shit, okay? What do you mean? How many black people have respected cops and got killed? I'm losing my mind. I'm losing my mind. Oh my God. Dude, this is pure liberalism, okay? Black, white, doesn't matter. You are trying to spear dick your own personal, like, grievance into this situation. And, like, we're on the same side, okay? We're on the same side on this issue. I don't think you understand that, though. You're like, no, let me get my licks in. It's fire when the cops behave like this to white people is not going to be a sustainable position for you. Okay? That's crazy. That is a crazy take to have as a black person. What are you talking about? Oh my God. She's also like she's a white homeless lady. Like, what are we talking about? That's it. She's literally in the bottom of the white standard here. Okay? She's literally at the bottom. There's no lower you can be. The only position in the eyes of a cop that's worse than a white homeless person is a black homeless person. That's it. Bro said the small amount that's left, you shouldn't even respond. Yeah, I didn't realize that my anti-black rhetoric was really pushing black leftists away here. God damn, dude. Weird, because black leftist content creators don't seem to think that I have anti-black opinions at all. Like, what kind of cynical, nonsensical approach is this? Like, it's weird as to me. This chatter was just waiting to air grievances on you. You don't normally drop black people don't like you like that for no reason. Yeah, exactly. Such a weird way to approach the situation. That's crazy to me. What is happening here? You've been a 35-month subscriber and you're over here being like, this is why black people don't like your community. Okay, dude, get the out of here then. Suck my dick. Jesus Christ. Insanity, dude. Turning into a barb in like half of a second.
How you doing now? Babysitter. It's the gentleman right there with the blue shirt for the dog.
Yeah, man. In a situation like that, I'm probably most likely gonna demonstrate empathy to the person who's like being apprehended and arrested by the police, regardless of what kind of episode they're having. You know what I mean? My expectation from the police always is going to be that the standards, if the power you have over a normal civilian is that you can rob them of their humanity in that very moment, you can rob them of their life, you can rob them of their freedom, you can take their child away, then yeah, the seriousness that you must demonstrate, it needs to match up your power in that circumstance. Okay? You can't just like behave this way. I mean, holy shit, dude. This is literally this is a straight up Angela Davis, our prison's obsolete moment. The solution to the criminal justice system is not pinkwashing prisons and ensuring that the women's prisons are more aggressive and meets the violence standards of the male prisons. The solution is lowering the standard of violence in the male prisons as well. Okay? She's a black woman who wrote that book. If you want to go fucking read a book, Mr. Hasan, you don't read anything about, you don't know anything about abolition. Like, I do. I understand the concept. There you go. Go read Angela Davis. Yeah, also, the last video was a white woman, and I had a completely different analysis because it was a completely different circumstance. Exactly. Like, everybody forgot, though, I guess. It's just sad. People just, like, immediately hit the Hitler particle so quick.
What's wrong? You gotta run quick. Well, I don't think she's gonna outrun me, that's for sure. That's a fact. Where's she at? That lady over there? I got you, Mom.
trying to move quickly because she knows she stepped down here.
The victim's name is Martin Drabeck, a disabled 71-year-old man. He eagerly directs the officer to the woman who he claims assaulted him, hoping she wouldn't have time to flee. Now, no matter what you imagine this assaulter might look like, I guarantee you'd never expect what the officer encountered next.
Hi.
Hello.
How you doing?
So the asshole really did call you, huh?
Yes.
Good.
What's going on?
Well, his fucking dog jumped on him. Afterwards, I kicked him in the ass.
You kicked
Okay?
You kicked
So
who?
what would you like to discuss?
What's the story?
What's the story? I asked the man why he had the dog in here. It's a service dog. Where's his jacket? Where's his proof? I don't have to show you. The law says I don't have to. I said, well, we'll go up to the desk then. I don't have to show them either. I said, because he's not a fucking service dog. And then the dog jumped on me, so I turned around and I kicked him in the ass.
The assaulter shown to be 80-year-old retiree Virginia Wargo Pitzner, while most people are reluctant to admit their crimes to the police. Before the officer could even get a word in, Virginia already confessed to assaulting Martin. The manner in which she describes the event shows a level of entitlement you'd think nobody could maintain after 80 years on Earth. It's clear that this Karen has never experienced consequences before, but that egocentric world...
Dog, she's 80. Oh my God. There ain't no fucking way. Dude, this is the craziest. This channel is actually the first one I get, right? But like, this channel is crazy, bro. Yo, dude. What? Kill her. Kill her. Oh my Lord. Oh my God. By the way, yeah, you just said, why can't Biden sound this lively? It's kind of funny.
View of hers is about to be brought tumbling down.
You have your ID on you?
He then presented this thing. I don't do this.
I mean, like 2 out of 3 of these stories have literally been like totally vibes based, right? Situation could have been handled with like this, and then it's handled with like the shitty attitude of the person in the situation, like the perpetrator, causing them to get like, you know, violently apprehended. I don't know if she's going to get violently apprehended, but all apprehensions are violent. Okay. That is my standard. I hope you understand. Anytime you put cuffs on a human being, that's violence. Okay. Straight up.
I don't sow this to people. But here's this thing. I said, shove it up your ass.
Okay. Well, he doesn't have to. Number one, you don't work here. It's not your right to be asking around.
It's not my right?
No, it's not.
Oh, well, here.
I don't need your debit card. I need your ID.
Why not? You're going to give me a ticket.
As a matter of fact, you are going to jail.
Oh, that's even better.
Yep. So, turn around.
Yo, that's crazy. If a situation can be diffused by acting nice and remorseful to an officer, then did you really commit a crime to begin with? Well, that's where the black-white dynamic actually comes into play. Because if you were acting nice and remorseful to an officer, if you were a black person, I feel like, or a brown person, you're probably not going to get the same level of treatment. If she was doing that, though, as an 80-year-old woman, she probably would have been like, the cop probably would have been like, yeah, this has been a mistake or something. You know what I mean? She's parked in a disabled spot. Yeah, bro, she's 80. What do you mean? Excuse me? She's 80 years old. Yeah, when you're 80 years old and you survived it, you're allowed to park at disabled spots. Chatter, what the fuck? She does not look 80. The video says she's 80.
Put your hands behind your back.
Give me a fucking break.
Turn around, put your hands behind your back.
Oh, wait. Can I put my wallet away?
Turn around, put your hands behind your back.
Oh. Oh. Oh my God. Oh my God. Bro, I'm sorry if an 80-year-old, oh my God. Bro, my dad's 80 and he's not disabled. Does he have a placard, like a handicapped lanyard or tag or whatever on their car? Because pretty sure if you're 80, you can probably get one. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think you can walk that well when you're 80 years old.
Unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
I'm 80.
You're 80, acting like a 14-year-old.
Well,
Bro, at that point, if you're not embarrassed for your profession, for your life, like the moment that you strap cuffs on a motherfucking 80-year-old in the parking lot of a Walmart, it should be your come to Jesus moment. Like, you're quitting. You're putting you're putting your fucking badge down on the table. You're taking out your service weapon and you're putting that on the table too, and you're saying, I'm done with this job. Okay? It is a Publix. You're right. It's not a Walmart. Classic Florida case. Bro, that's crazy. That's crazy.
Any weapons on you?
yeah, my mouth.
I can see that.
You're just leaving that in the middle of the street? This is the biggest joke I've ever
It's all
seen.
for 1 to 10.
What?
You want me to put this in your car? What do you want me to do with this?
If I tell you, you'll give me another second. No, I want to take it with me.
Oh, she said, I want you to show it in your ass.
Why would I not want my license, my credit?
A cop tased my grandma here in Australia and the entire country lost their shit. You're telling me they arrest grandmas and call them Karens in America? Chatter, we are a very up country. That's all I'm going to say before people start chirping at me and be like, wow, Hasan, you don't want an 80-year-old to go to jail for showing some lip after kicking a guy in the butt with a service dog? That's really up, Hasan. Yeah, I'm going to go at this is their 80 moment, okay? Here's the thing. This might be a controversial opinion, but once you're above like 78, or if you are below 18, but especially below like 14, okay? You automatically hit this area where law enforcement should never deal with you. Like, unless it is a ridiculous circumstance, right? Unless you're like somehow a mass murderer, okay? You are outside of the boundaries of law enforcement, okay? That's how I feel about it. Like, or a pedophile. It's like, dude, first of all, I said under 14. I don't think you can literally be a pedophile under the age of 14, chatter. But yeah, look, okay, Hasan, I was with you on the last one, but you're way off on this. 80 doesn't mean you're disabled. It's not about age when it comes to being disabled, bro. It's 80. Like, it's a statistical probability at this point that like you probably are disabled, right? Like, of some variety. What 80-year-old do you know that's just like running around and is such a genuine present danger to the public that they deserve to be handcuffed? What the oh my God.
Cards and all my money put back in my pocketbook and take it with me.
Okay, well, I gotta search it before I take it, okay?
I'll go right ahead. My pen might do something to you. Watch out. It's James Bond.
Yeah. Walk over to my car.
Oh, no, it's not your car. My car. I pay taxes.
I pay taxes as well. Probably pay more taxes.
Yeah, by the way, doesn't she have a disability plate anyway?
I doubt it.
The officer deserves to be commended for how well he's handling the situation.
He fucking handcuffed an 80-year-old. Hello? Commended for what? When I watch videos like this and I see like even members in my chat defend the cops' behavior, I do sometimes feel like I'm living on a different planet. I straight up feel like I've lost the plot. Maybe I've lost my mind, right? Because like I look at a situation like this and I'm like, that's crazy. Like that did not need to be dealt with that way, right? Like, are we for fucking real right now? Commended for not what? She beat a disabled elderly man? Bro, she's the disabled elderly woman. What are we talking about?
80-year-old wasn't kidding when she said the only weapon on her is her mouth, as she's taken every opportunity to be as rude as possible to this officer. It really seems like she's delusional and doesn't understand the severity of her situation, but it'll quickly become clear.
Why do I not have a right to question a person when the law says you can't have a...
Bro, she's literally going to jail for vibes right now. This is pretty fucked up. That's crazy. She's going to jail for she got handcuffed for being fucking annoying. Trump will be 80 soon. She did not face prosecution. Yeah, it's the same, dude. These are the same situations. Notice how Trump has not been handcuffed at all, by the way, in any of the situations that he's been in. Because there's a different standard. Not for 80-year-olds, but for rich people. No, you're right. The police should not get paid millions for hunting grandma.
Animals in supermarkets. And
British cops aren't good by any means, but watching your lot is like watching brown shirts. Yeah.
Service animals are exempt, and you're not allowed to.
I asked him if it was a service dog. Why?
Because you're not allowed to. It's protected. There's people with disabilities. You didn't know that?
Because it's in his head. That's where his disability.
She's being ableist too.
You still don't have the right to make you kick someone.
The dog didn't have the right to jump on me, did he? Service animals don't jump on me.
You instigated the whole thing.
Bullshit. Dog jumped on me before I kicked him in the hips.
According to Florida Statute 413.08, subsection 4, any person who interferes with a disabled...
I'm sorry. I don't know what the deal is with like the disability of this guy, but it is kind of nutty. It is kind of nutty overall. No, she did. She kicked the person. She didn't kick the dog. She kicked the dude in the butt. The dog jumped at her and she kicked the dude in the butt. The thing is, she's 80. Like, what kind of damage is she doing in this circumstance? You know what I mean? To the dog or the fucking person. Disabled vet with a service dog versus disabled elderly with a parking permit fight.
Disabled person with a service animal's admittance or enjoyment of public places is guilty of a misdemeanor.
Okay, maybe this is fucked up to say, but this dude has to be like insanely disabled for me to be on his side in this story. Okay, I'm talking like at least blind. Okay, like, because if we're talking like, oh, this is my dog for agoraphobia and this 80-year-old kicked my butt, I think you deserve to go to jail. Okay, I'll say it. Get mad at me all day. Okay, he needs to be at least like not even just blind, but like blind and also unable to walk. Because I saw this motherfucker. He was jogging through the store looking for a cop. Okay, you have to be blind to let an 80-year-old kick you in the butt. He needs to be older than her. In which case, then okay, like if he's like 84, then it's like, all right, even then this can be dealt with through other means, you know what I mean? But he needs to be at least like a little bit older than her, right? If he's younger than her, that's crazy. Are you telling me if an 80-year-old kicked Karen, 80-year-old Karen kicked you or Kaya, you wouldn't body the grandma? No, because I'm not a psycho. What are you saying? No, of course not. What the fuck? Just elbow the grandma, just like shove her into the ground and be like, police, come here now. That's so funny. The fact that the dog jumped on her is also a little bit suspicious. We're not even gonna get into that. Wait, what am I at? I'm at 31:35. Before I forget, because I saw the original.
He said, I don't know. Oh, you didn't see it? No.
I want to see this guy with the dog.
How you doing, man? Babysitter. It's the gentleman right there with the blue shirt with the dog, and I believe a lady.
Just walk out. She's wrong. You gotta run quick.
Oh, get the out of here, dude.
Well, I don't think she's gonna outrun me. That's for sure. That's a fact. Where's she at?
Bro, he's running. Oh, come on, man. Come on, man. Get the... Oh, dude. No. Arrest that man. Arrest that motherfucker right now, bro. Not all service dogs are guide dogs. I don't give a... Okay? Arrest his ass, bro. Not all service dogs are guide dogs. I can run. I had a service dog. She was playing the disability police. People with service animals deal with this harassment constantly. No, I think that shit's annoying, but I don't think she should be handcuffed as an 80-year-old woman. Okay? Get the out of here. That's crazy. How now you would body the bald grandpa? No, I'm arresting the guy. I'm like, sir, what's happening here?
I got you. She's trying to move quickly because she knows she stepped down.
The victim's name is Martin Drabeck, a disabled 71-year-old man.
That dude's so eager to have an 80-year-old woman arrested, he's running to her. Yeah, I mean, he could have like what do you call it? He could have like a seizure, right? Don't they have that? Like, don't they have dogs for seizures and some shit? I don't fucking know. There's a whole bunch of disabilities. Some of them are invisible, right? But like, do you see what I'm saying? As far as being kicked is what I'm talking about. Like, because the crime here is not that she was fucking annoying to the dude with the service dog. The crime here is that an 80-year-old woman kicked a dude in the butt and it's like, and is facing an assault charge. Like, if I see a dude running in front of me after being kicked in the butt, I'm gonna be like, all right, dog, you got kicked by an 80-year-old. Fucking let's talk this out. You know what I mean? Bro, I don't understand when I have the same opinions on this with you and my friends and they try to make me feel like I'm weird. I don't get it. I mean, it's crazy the service dog didn't do nothing after she kicked his owner, used this motherfucker JK Jack kill. Guys, it is definitely very annoying to like have random old ass, annoying ass fucking 80-year-old women or whoever the fuck police your service dogs. Okay. And yes, I understand some disabilities are invisible, but this, okay, whatever his invisible disability is not like a physical impairment that rendered him incapable of walking for an extended period of time so that like an assault charge could be placed upon an 80-year-old woman. That's crazy. Bro, they literally, the question becomes, what's it to her though? No, for sure. But also, come on, guys. The punishment needs to fit the crime. I'm actually offended as a disabled person with you just saying, okay, cool, her age means she can assault anyone. Worst take ever by you? No, I think that's a good take. I think, I'm sorry. I think if it's an 80-year-old grandma, like she's got nothing. She got no junk in the trunk. There's no kick there. I'm disabled and I agree with you, so I cancel out that chatter. Let's go. You're pissing off all corners of the community. Yeah. Dude, come on, dude. What if she's a habitual disabled person kicker? Yeah. What if she does this again? Yeah. Here. Okay, here it is. The answer to that is, so what? That lady could kick me in the ass every day. Nothing. My life would not even remotely change, okay? That's my point. Bro, she is literally going to more likely pull out, like she's more likely going to pull a muscle or break her own fucking ass bone while in the process of kicking the next victim than anything else. What are we talking about? She's on like 8 HP left and you guys are like, dude, no, this is fucked up. This is so
guilty
funny.
of a misdemeanor, punishable by 30 hours of community service with an organization that helps disabled people. Virginia's incessant public outburst would likely constitute a violation of this law.
Where's your dog? I expected you to show up with the dog.
What?
What? I'm disappointed.
She hates dogs too. Like, that's clear.
You know, this hurts.
You seem really defensive on this one, Lamau. Yeah, dude. What? Bro, she's someone's grandmother. She's 80 years old. She's 80 years old, man. Have you guys ever been handcuffed? Do you know what that shit's like? Like, it's not fun, okay? Your body is not supposed to contort that way. It is literally a painful process, okay? That shit hurts so bad. That's crazy. Yes, I have been handcuffed, and not just during sex, okay? Like, that is a horrible position to put someone in.
Not supposed to be comfortable.
Well, it's not supposed to hurt either that I got marks.
Virginia's mouth ended up only being a weapon used against herself. In the end, Virginia Ann Wargo Pitzner was arrested for the first time at 80 years old, charged with felony battery on a person over 65, as well as misdemeanor disorderly conduct. She was released on a $3,000 bail shortly after arriving at the Indian River County Jail, with the case still pending at the time of this recording.
Bro, I swear to God, there is literally something wrong with Americans. No. We have collectively lost our minds, dog. We have, oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. She has no priors. There's something so wrong with people. That's crazy.
But Virginia's legendary sass seems laughable in the face of one of the most vitriolic, disrespectful Karens I've ever encountered. On the 1st of July 2022, at the JetBlue terminal in Fort Lauderdale International Airport, a worker
CNAs and nurses get physically assaulted every day, but I don't see these people advocating for them to beat the shit out of their grannies that they dropped off at the nursing home. Old people are just assholes. Unfortunately, we can't just put them all in concentration camps. Yeah, what the f? 80 years? 80 years, nothing on her record. She obviously, yeah, as the chatter said, she was a ticking time bomb, okay? She was any moment now. I agree with you on everything, except that you care too much about old people. Yes, because they're like largely a defenseless population beyond like the geriatric pieces of shit that run this country. Okay. Yeah, I do. I do care about like not throwing an 80-year-old in jail. Nah, she finally got caught at 80. Do you think there should be no repercussions, or the current repercussions is completely and over, which I agree with? I think for her kicking that dude's ass, a mediator needs to look at the situation and earnestly deal with both sides of the situation. Maybe bring them together and be like, come on, guys, apologize, please. Like, this is ridiculous. Let's apologize and let's move on. It's like half of the shit that we just watched, you could deal with like kindergartners. Okay. Like, this is not, I think people consider, I don't know if I have like a higher standard of what is like a genuine assault, like what constitutes a genuine assault. But I do feel like even a fight, even like an actual fight that breaks out, right? Like a straight up fight, and you get like seriously injured. Even in that situation, I feel as though, I feel as though there's like an alternative there. You know what I mean? There's something beyond, like, if you could, I mean, I've been in a lot of fights, right? I've been in a lot of fights back in the day. Okay. And I guess like both parties, both myself and the other party, could have gone to fucking jail in every single one of those circumstances. And that feels really weird to me. Like, it's fine. You know what I mean? Sometimes you just fucking fight. Said you got your ass beat in those fights too. Not all of them, but I have definitely gotten sucker punched. You know what I mean? I don't think that person should have gone to jail. Like, I'm glad that person did not go to jail. You know what I mean? I feel like it's crazy. Euro bar fight would get federal charges in the U.S., ignore potential for firearms. No lie. I do think about that cunt that got Emmett Till killed, and I salivate at the thought of her elderly ass getting her penance. Okay, but that's different. That person like did a white supremacist hate crime and exercise state violence against an innocent black child. You know what I mean? Like that doesn't meet the same standard, right? Like, that's entirely different. You know what I mean? Like, it's very different than kicking an 80-year-old kicking a 70-year-old's ass. And also, she wasn't an old woman when she did that shit, right? This lady kicked an old guy in the ass once in her entire 81-year life. Yeah, exactly. It's just kind of funny to think, like, I think the strong reaction against that lady, who's the embodiment and entitlement of the lack of accountability that happens to white conservatives, the chat is understandably, if not rightfully, resentful. I mean, guys, I talked about this on January 6th. The behavior of all of those fucking hogs actually, like, met the legal standard of, like, genuine legal repercussions. Like, that makes sense, right? Why? Because you are doing something that is, like, totally ridiculous, where, you know, harm has been done to others, right? So in that situation, like that, like, I'm not saying there's no instance where like white entitlement does not deserve some kind of criminal repercussion, right? But I feel like you have to make sure that oh my God. What? A mediator would not have been able to protect him if she went at him again? She could have killed him if she had just a few more seconds? No, this is the top of the hour ad break debate. No shot. I assume. I hope for the sake of this chatter's brain that they were just trying to debate me at the top of the hour with a 3-minute ad break debate. And that's why they said some incredibly unhinged shit. And how do you know this lady didn't do something similar? Fits the profile. So she should at least be detained until they find out what's going on. No, this person 100% is not serious. I don't believe it. No, bro. They're referencing what people said after the Will Smith slap. Yeah. Oh, that was another great one. It's like people freaking out over the Oscar slap. Yeah, exactly. Dude, that's what I said. Remember after the Oscar slap where I was like, what is wrong with y'all? Like, everybody calm down. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like Americans have like a very weird standard where they're like, if they see any real world violence, even for a brief moment, they immediately hit the cops need to come in here and deal with this right now. First time you get caught isn't the first time you do something. I think they should throw this old woman in the gulag. Honestly, why didn't the cops just call one of her kids? Yeah, it was wild. Like, yo, the Oscar slap made me realize white people really don't experience shit. I genuinely was so confused that people were just so immediately authoritarian after like the Will Smith slap. Yeah, this was the best take. He could have killed him. That's pure out of control rage and violence. They've heard a million jokes about them in the last 3 decades. They are not freshmen in the world of Hollywood and comedy. He lost his mind. I think I made Judd Apatow delete this tweet, by the way. I retweeted it and made fun of him. No, Judd Apatow was not joking. Like, I'm not even kidding. Judd Apatow was not. No, this was real. He literally said this. And it was like, it was so weird. It was so strange to me. It was so funny that like this was the reaction between like Will Smith and Chris Rock, like 2 dudes that have known each other for like 35 fucking years, right? And like the solution to that is like, we have to arrest Will Smith. Like, yeah, he wasn't right. You know what I mean? He wasn't. Like, he behaved like a little bitch. Like, why is it that so many people see like even a fraction of violence that, in my opinion, does not require so much worse violence? Because that's the way I treat it. Okay? The way I treat it is this. Police coming in and arresting you is insanely violent. There is no non-violent way of dealing with that, right? Like, that's real violence. That's like actual fucking violence, right? So that needs to be a really fucking high standard. And I don't think Americans treat police arresting people as a violent situation at all. They have no way of comprehending that, like, that is literal violence, not like some dude getting up and slapping another dude. In public discourse about crime, people typically use violent and nonviolent as substitutes for serious versus non-serious criminal acts. That alone is a fallacy, but worse, these terms are also used as a coded, often racialized language to label individuals as inherently dangerous versus non-dangerous. Violence is only to be leveraged by the state. Any civilian violence must be put in its place. State has a monopoly on violence and people expect it. Yeah, but that's like kind of fashy. You know what I mean? As leftists is hard, but we are charged to put our gut reaction aside to advocate against these systems. So not advocating for more cop violence against people who are annoying. Yeah, like, all kidding aside, we can't have people thinking it's okay to slap, kick, or sucker punch people in the streets, man. Brother, nobody thinks that is the case. Okay, what are we talking about? You think that 80-year-old abolition argument coming? No, I'm not a fucking abolitionist. And also, come on, Cinemarxism. You know I've advocated for these exact same position. I'm quite literally repeating a position I had on the Will Smith situation years ago. So, like, obviously, this is not new, okay? It's kind of crazy. Like I said, I just don't think that Americans think that cops are violent. And by that, I don't mean like violent in like the George Floyd sense, right? I mean, like, they don't think that a regular altercation with the police that ends up with you behind handcuffs or behind bars is a violent act. And it is. And sometimes violent acts are necessary, right? Sometimes violence is necessary. Uvalde, violence is necessary in that situation, right? Do you understand? Because that reaches the standard, right? If someone has a gun and they're killing people, then yes, violent apprehension is going to be a necessity in that circumstance. But if a 81-year-old, like, you should be able to fucking comprehend when you look at a situation like this where an 81-year-old kicked the butt of a 71-year-old with a dog, like, that doesn't meet the standard of state violence, in my opinion.
Reported a relatively regular occurrence to an on-site police officer. Someone had left their luggage unattended, but nobody had any idea in the face of one of the most vitriolic, disrespectful Karens I've ever encountered. On the 1st of July 2022, at the JetBlue terminal in Fort Lauderdale International Airport, a worker reported a relatively regular occurrence to an on-site police officer. Someone had left their luggage unattended.
Yes, let's let Hasanabi determine all the rules and laws of society. I mean, that is kind of what I do, for the record. Like, that is what I'm doing here. I'm doing commentary on criminal justice. And I do think that it would be better overall if you did let me determine all the rules and laws of society.
But nobody had any idea just how far out of hand this seemingly simple situation would end up.
Start in maybe like 10 minutes.
Yeah, also the charge of assaulting someone over 65 sounds like the law was written for someone under 65, not applicable to just two old people fighting. Exactly. They hit the 80-year-old woman with a sentence modifier that is supposed to be only a sentence modifier when someone is younger, okay? Like more physically fit. Like elderly abuse is not when a 70-year-old dukes it out with an 80-year-old, okay? And the 80-year-old gets hit with that. That's crazy.
And then that's when she called.
Okay.
After.
10 minutes ago, and then no one around it.
So it might have been there for longer.
Yeah.
Wisconsin does this disgusting thing where they charge minors with felony battery of a child for getting into fights at schools. Welcome to the criminal justice system. That's insane. It's insane, dude. Holy oh my God, that's so bad. Oh my Lord, I'm a public defender. That is gross, dude. Jesus Christ. I don't know how y'all do it, honestly. I would be losing my mind. Oh my God. That's so evil. Dude, that's pure evil. That's like comically villainous. That is actually, God, America is such a cartoonishly fascist adjacent country in so many ways, and we just don't even think about it. Right now, they want $35,000 for a mental health break that a 16-year-old had. Oh my God. Oh, it's so bad. Not even the most cartoonishly evil thing America and its allies do. I know, that's the other thing. Like, this doesn't even meet like the top 10 most evil shit.
I'll know how extremely tight airport security can be, with constant announcements reminding travelers to never leave luggage unattended. As recently as March 2023, this very airport had to be evacuated when an unattended suitcase was found. Thankfully, after having a bomb-sniffing dog check this bag out, the officer found it'd be safe to search, in hopes of finding information on its owner.
This looks like documents.
Yeah.
Like,
FAU, education.
Didn't people get arrested? People didn't get arrested for your fight in high school? Bro, when I was in middle school, one of the kids literally walked me home with a knife in his hand, okay? It's more so that I de-escalated by talking to him because he didn't know where I lived and I was walking home, okay? And he was like threatening to stab me, okay, with the knife. He had a butterfly knife. He was threatening to stab me. I de-escalated and I walked all the way home because he didn't know where I actually lived. He thought we were just like slowly walking, okay? My mom was scared. This is before we had cell phones, by the way. That's how fucking old I am. So my mom was scared. I don't think I had a cell phone at the time. I wonder if I did, but I was maybe too scared to pull it out. I don't remember that detail, but whatever. My mom was scared because it was so late. So she was waiting outside the house and she started yelling at me, okay? Because she thought I was dicking around with friends. And the kid got scared when she saw my mom and ran away, okay? This is a kid that I also was, he was also at the school. Why did you try to stop you? We fought. And this wasn't high school. This was in like, I think 5th grade or 6th grade or something. Like the next day I went to school and obviously like the principal had caught wind of the situation. And yeah, the principal pulled him in front of the entire fucking school and like grabbed him by the ear. That was the way that like Turkish principals love to punish. I got hit with like, I got hit by my teachers a lot. I got the most common methods were you had to do push-ups if you were late to class, or you'd have your ear pulled, or you get hit with a jetvel, a ruler. You had to do this, and they would fucking smack the shit out of your fingers with a ruler, stuff like that, right? And like the principal grabbed this kid by the ear in front of the entire school, okay, and was like yanking on this fucking little kid's ear and made him, like, he was crying, he was bawling his fucking eyes out, and he made him apologize to me in front of the entire school for trying to stab me. That was his punishment. Okay, that was his punishment. That's it. And it was fine after that. Okay, guess what? It would have been way worse. It would have been way worse if he went to prison. Like, yeah, that's good. I'm happy with that. Okay, fun little story. I didn't die. Okay, he didn't go to jail, and that's a big W for the situation overall. He never with me like that ever again. Right? My point is, like, that kid's life would have been became a celebrity early on by being a victim. Got it. What the fuck? What are you saying? It doesn't even make any sense. I don't think cops should be involved in schools like that. You know what I mean? Maybe it's not the best idea to, pull someone's ear. Like, I'm not saying corporal punishment is good. But my point is, it's definitely better not to deal with situations like that with like an actual with actual state violence, right?
Oh yeah, that's part of what's causing the gulf a little bit. Lisa Michelle Landy.
After searching its contents, the officer discovered that the bag belonged to a woman named Lisa Michelle Landy. With that name, JetBlue employees were able to find her information in the system and discover she was traveling. But it quickly came to light that her abandoning of her bag wasn't accidental, but rather extremely devious.
May I take a picture and put this on it as well? And
Sure,
send it to the
yeah.
gate agent?
It's broken, so.
Yeah. Let me show you the weight.
Wow. 80 something pounds.
83. She's just leaving all her stuff, I guess.
That's like cargo. She didn't want to pay the $150 plus the bag fee, so she said, I'll leave it there now. They'll have to send it to me.
Did the, what time does the flight leave?
They're supposed to be boarding. It is delayed, so he's going to pull her from it, so.
Wait, what? Why?
And the deputy over there's also looking for her.
It's good.
What is happening? She like left her bag behind or something? She had a bag that was too heavy, so she just left it behind? That's crazy. I think she left it on purpose, knowing people. Leaves her bag behind, then claims they lost their bag, gets to travel for free. She didn't want to have to pay the $150 bag fee, so she left it and said they'd have to send it to her.
So you'd have to send it to them if we locate the name and everything.
I mean, I think that's devious, but like in a good way.
So they that's how they kind of jump over the
Yep.
150.
Yep.
Terrible.
Yeah, terrible. She should be fucking killed.
Lisa had left her 83-pound bag to avoid paying a $150 fee, which is the $150 the employee and officer keep referring to. By leaving it unattended in the airport, a passenger can avoid the fee while the airline is forced to send it to the passenger's address at the airline's expense. Thankfully, the officer eventually receives an update that'll completely ruin this Karen's master plan.
Oh, jeez.
And now, you got to be even more concerned with your driving because you don't know the person that's on the road.
Ooh. Oh, yeah. Yo, lady, we don't speak that here. What are you saying? Are you kidding me? In the airport?
She's like, wow, you cursed in the airport? No, she said asshole. Shut up. She didn't say the N-word, dude. Chill.
Public? You said the N-word?
Wait, what? Oh, she did? Wait, what? Yo! What? What? Yo! 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 Oh! What the dude? Yo, I thought they believed it, so I thought she just said asshole. Bro, she said it so fast, like that rolled off her tongue, that like there's not even breathing room in that situation. Wait, hold on.
Ooh. Oh yeah.
Bro, I did not. Am I crazy? She dropped that like a 14-year-old in a COD lobby. Okay. That rolled off the tongue. I know they censored it, but there wasn't even like breathing room between. You know what I mean? Like the sensory of the N-word was not long enough for me to suspect that there was a word that was censored. Like there was no gap. It was smooth. It was loaded up in the chamber, which is wild. It's just wild across the board on your own. Okay. Just like dropping that in there, just dropping that in general is wild. Dropping that towards a black person in the vicinity of other black people and a cop, like every part of this is just like, that's insane.
Yo, lady, we don't speak.
I thought it was really funny because like I didn't realize she said that, so I was like, what? So like she said f***ing asshole. What's the problem? What do you mean? Like, don't desecrate the Fort Lauderdale airport. You know what I mean? It's like, no, she was right. That was valid. That was valid. Her reaction actually is maybe a little bit lighter than I suspected.
That here. What are you saying? Are you kidding me? In the airport? In public? You said the N-word? Are you serious? You're yelling that shit here. No, go. No, you're gonna go. No, you're gonna take your big ass answer. Get that 3-pound suitcase. Excuse you, that's your shit.
But in that last moment when Lisa shoved the officer, she went from free to go to committing battery on an officer.
Wait. Oh my God, I didn't even realize she's calling the black cop. I assume, like, is the cop black? Did she say the N-word to a black cop? Oh my God. What's happening? Okay, this one is actually crazy. This one, what? This is not even a Karen at this point. I don't know what this is, a hate criminal. The Karens swing wildly. It gave me whiplash, okay? Like, it went from like 80-year-old who kicked a 70-year-old dude in the butt to like a Klansman, okay? What the fuck? How do we, like, the severity of the situation, the severity of the circumstances swing wildly. Airport workers black. Okay, so she's calling the black airport worker the N-word.
0 seconds flat. As we learned earlier from Destiny Frost, that's a felony carrying up to a 5-year sentence. And from here, things only get worse.
Go get it. Get downstairs, lady. Get downstairs.
I can't carry it.
No, get your shit. Go downstairs. Excuse you. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?
Get your hands
You're gonna
off
get
her.
arrested. That's what. Excuse you.
Just stop.
No.
Stop.
No.
I want to see my
You're
mother
gonna be
tomorrow.
trespassed. No, you're arrested now.
He told me. No, I'm not arrested.
No. Get. No. Put your hands behind your back. No. Put your hands behind your back. Put your hands behind your back. Excuse you. Put your hands behind your back.
Stop. Please stop.
You need to stop.
You're too young, so you don't understand.
No, I'm not.
What is
You're acting like a freaking lunatic.
Late 80s, dying of cancer.
Nobody cares right now because you're acting like a lunatic.
No, I still don't think the cops are right. I mean, it's funny, but fuck it. Yeah, I'll say it. Get mad at me. Okay. No, it's still fucked up. She said my mother's dying of cancer. If her mom is actually dying, she's probably just really drunk. Yeah, still.
At an airport, you're shouting racist, derogatory terms in the middle of an airport.
My mom is dying of cancer.
No. 3 out for 32. Can you have another unit come over here? I'm gonna need transport for 105.
I just need to.
Lisa can add resisting arrest with violence to the offenses she's committed during her completely unnecessary tantrum. Another felony that can carry up to
You crazy? Throw that racist bitch in jail law? Nah. Is 100% chill with people getting police time for slurs? Yeah, I mean, screaming the fucking the N-word is definitely of a little bit of alone time. You know what I mean? It's worthy of that. Oh my God. I love that people are like on the side of police. In a situation like this, like as though the cops are like arresting her for saying the N-word. No, she's not. Yeah, cops are doing DEI chat. No, she's being disorderly. She's definitely drunk. Yeah, again, it's just like nuts that, yeah, verbal hate crime, valid charges. Overall though, like, again, in every single circumstance, like de-escalation, be above it. You're a cop. You're supposed to withstand bullets. Okay. This is the woke police you've been worried about. Yeah.
a 5-year sentence. But as soon as she's subdued, she switches from vicious and violent to trying to play the sympathy card in a weak attempt to escape consequences.
You're not when you're blasted drunk, lady.
But this officer told me that tomorrow.
Damn. See. Oh my God. Are they taking her cuffs off immediately? Yo, that is white supremacy, I think, if they're doing
Well,
that.
not before you started yelling. You know what you just said?
You're a fucking spit.
Oh, I'm a spit.
Yo! What the fuck? Bro, why is she comboing? Why is she hitting the combos? Bro, that's a slurred demon. Put a muzzle on her. Put the muzzle on her.
Oh, I'm a spick. Okay. I'm a spick. You got the wrong culture, lady.
Remember when I said hate crimes would come back? Well, Lisa just narrowly avoided committing one through her own stupidity and ignorance. Had the officer actually been Hispanic, she would have racked up another charge.
Wait, what? Wait, I'm sorry. What? That's how that works? Hate crime only if... Yeah, no, guys, it's not a hate crime if you just say a slur, but you don't say it to the right race. That's what this cop channel just said. I don't think that's how that works, man. I mean, maybe in Florida, I don't know. Fort Lauderdale, like, it's only a hate crime if you get a critical hit. Otherwise, it's not a hate crime. Doing racial signs to prove the victim wasn't the right race to qualify for the hate crime. Yeah. This changes the racism meta, I think. Hasan is such an awful white guy. Wait, what? Why? No shot, dude. Are you kidding me? No shot. It doesn't work that way. Law tip. Alter choice of slurs for different minorities, but also be careful not to say the right slur. Like, if you find out that like accidentally they're like half Mexican or something, you're fucking cooked. Or maybe if someone is half white, half Mexican and you use that slur against them, then technically it's still a hate crime, but it's half of a hate crime. So your sentence gets reduced by half. Is that how that works? How the fuck? What is this?
I'm a fucking spick, okay?
Get my hands out of here and hate Dean.
So what is she, Italian? Like, what's happening here? Why does she not get charged with anything?
I can't even put her in my car.
Because guess what?
You have a cannon? You have a dog?
Yeah.
There's such a thing as guns in South Florida, Dean.
What are you trying to say?
Water
She's like, what is happening? She hit the video game, dude. She hit the video game defense. That's crazy. Yo, and it worked. Yo, what is going on? Florida is a lawless land, okay? They need to shut down Florida and investigate. I take it back. Everything is happening down there. Everything that's happening down there is just wrong. Okay. That's all I can say about it is just wrong. The hate crime thing killed me. I swear to God, that's so dumb. It's one of the dumbest things I've ever seen.
You have ID on you? No. Well, yeah, I'm gonna find your.
I got her. Just tell them we're at door 323.
323.
Just tell her we're at door 232.
I think they took her cuffs off.
All that over a $150 baggage fee. In the end, Lisa Michelle Landry got lucky. The officers only charged her with one of the many felonies they could have: assault on an officer.
She got lucky? Bro, what? She got hit with assault because she fucking pushed her bag in the vicinity of the... She's being a public nuisance. She's being disorderly. She's harassing people. What the fuck she's got to do for y'all to see this as wrong? Dude, I don't think chatters understand. Like, wrong does not equal going to jail. I wouldn't have dropped the fucking hate crime charges. Like, that one was the more... that one was definitely the most dead to rights one. The other ones are just like racking up charges. Dude, God, the criminal justice system is so weird. For the record, for those of you who don't know, chatters, okay, the way that this works is they always hit you with the book. Okay, they always hit you with a book. You can always get hit with like resisting arrest, even if you're not. You can always get assaulting an officer, even if you're not, as you saw in this situation. Because she 100% did do a verbal hate crime, but she definitely did not assault an officer, right? That was a weak ass fucking upcharge. Why can cops call people slurs and it's not a hate crime? I just thought about that. Well, because cops get a buff. When you're a cop, automatically you're all the races. So you can say all the slurs.
Lisa was also charged with misdemeanor disorderly intoxication, which is punishable by up to a year in jail. With video evidence against her, this Karen didn't stand a chance at trial, instead striking a plea bargain that landed her on community service and probation. Also, it should go without saying that she won herself a luxury, all expenses paid lifetime ban from JetBlue Airlines.